While the U.S. was a declared neutral in the conflict that had ravaged Europe since 1914, several dozen young American volunteers, moved by liberty and democracy, came to France in 1915 to help the French defend their ideals. So as not to lose their U.S. citizenship, they enlisted in the French Foreign Legion. Many started in the trenches before finding their way to the combat aviation, bombardment, or observation units. The first of these enlisted under the command of Capitaine Georges Thénault to create the first all-American unit called l'Escadrille Américaine. Germany objected to the name given to the unit because of the neutrality of the United States, and so the unit was renamed to Lafayette Escadrille to pay homage to the young Marquis de Lafayette, French hero of the American War of Independence. The first base of the Lafayette Escadrille was in Luxeuil-les-Bains, close to the front. With just 6 Nieuport airplanes, the Lafayette Escadrille quickly downed a German biplane. Shortly thereafter, the escadrille was sent to Verdun to help end the interminable trench warfare. In 1916, the escadrille, by this time flying the faster and better equipped SPAD airplanes, was sent to the Somme. Their ranks swelled with new recruits. The pilots fought in Ravenel, in the Oise and Aisne sectors, in preparation for the spring 1917 offensive. The 38 Lafayette Escadrille pilots were not the only American pilots flying under French colors. Over 200 other American pilots were assigned to French units, and collectively, all of the American pilots flying for France were known as the Lafayette Flying Corps. The exploits of these American pilots in the war's most deadly battles was widely reported in the U.S. and generated great enthusiasm and support. Far above the horror of the trenches, the pilots were engaged in what appeared to be a heroic and noble combat. These soldier adventurers helped to raise the awareness of U.S. public opinion. The United States ultimately declared war on the Axis powers in April 1917. The Lafayette Escadrille ceased to exist in February 1918, when many of its members entered the American Air Service of the Expeditionary Force. The escadrille lost 1/4 of its members, but with 199 victories in the skies over Europe, the Lafayette Flying Corps became a legend. The Lafayette Escadrille continues to inspire due to its valiant group spirit, but also due to the powerful personalities of its members. These men were courageous, pioneers, occasionally eccentric, like the greatest ace of the squadron, RAOUL LUFBERY, who was always accompanied by the unit's twin lion cubs, Whiskey and Soda. These men were inspired, rebels, and often ahead of their time, such as Eugene Bullard, the first black fighter pilot in history. This diversity, in defense of the universal values of liberty and democracy, makes the adventures of the Lafayette Escadrille and the Lafayette Flying Corps one of the most remarkable and poignant stories of the First World War.